My name is Gary, and I am your MC for this morning. We hope you had a chance to view the exhibits around the hall and check out all the items in the silent auction back there. I just heard Kenny already chirping people, being like, are you the one outbidding me? Are you the one outbidding me? So always feel free to outbid Ken. It's a lot of fun to do, trust me. We're happy to see many of you here and others watching online. Now, this is pretty cool. Participants and staff watching from Cosmo's satellites on Arlington, Acadia, and Markham Mall, as well as the main center on 34th Street. And they're all wearing this pin right here as well. So all participants will have this cool pin, and they'll let you know what's going on. So we're here to present the Howard Stensrud Spirit of Cosmo Award to Al Anderson, and to raise funds for Cosmo's Building Miracles project. Now, we're celebrating all the adults with intellectual disabilities who have chosen Cosmo over the years as a way to enrich their lives and give back to the community. Now, thanks to all of you, yes, each and every one of you, for choosing to be a part of this event and supporting Cosmo's mission. Now, this is where you can clap again because, you know, it's a really big deal. You're doing really good things today. I always like to say, you know, do good things and you'll have good things happen to you, as karma is a very real thing, and this is a great example of that. I remember last year getting to see everybody and having all the fun. And the first thing I noticed was looking up at the giant big screens and be like, oh man, why are they recording this? I look so, you know, I'm not going to say homeless chic, but like, I don't know if I should be up here. So it's pretty cool that Ken chose me again, as Cosmo has been a part of our lives since I've been alive. So it's a really cool thing. Now, inside the programs at your tables, you'll find a set of QR codes. And while you're waiting for your turn at the buffet line, which we're going to get to right away, as you know, I encourage you to scan them. So if QR codes are not your thing, though, ask at your table for assistance, and someone will show you how to do it. It should be pretty easy. The deadline for online 50/50 raffle tickets is 8:30 a.m. So we've got a little bit of a deadline there. And we'll be announcing the winner before we leave this morning. So you won't have to wait. You will be taking everything with you. It's going to be a very good time. And as you entered the hall, you saw an amazing array of items all back there on display for the Building Miracles silent auction. Just text the word Cosmo to the number in the program, and you'll be able to register and bid right there. So it's all right at your table. And again, the auction closes at 8:30, and you'll be able to take your prize home with you today. Also, if you are the one chair at your table, this is the Oprah moment here. I love this. This is so much fun. If you're the one chair at your table, how does she say it? Everybody look under your seats. If you got a sticky note underneath the seat, you can cheer like crazy and go wild. And as well, you get to take home the lovely centerpiece at the table. Isn't that fun? Ah, we got one there. Here we go. You get a centerpiece, and you get a centerpiece. It's going to be fantastic. So enjoy those as you take those home as well. A big thanks to Solar Gardens for donating all the succulents. Now, Saskatoon is a diverse community, so before Prairie Land Park staff starts directing us all to the buffet line, and again, there's no, like, you know, wait for your table to be called. You can just get up and go for those delicious pancakes and bacon. I'd like to ask each of you to give thanks for the meal in your traditional manner, while a participant from Cosmo, that being Josh Ward, comes up to the mic to give thanks in his own way. So Josh, come on up here. Over this way. Come on, bro.
Dear Father, please bless the food and bless the hands that made it. And thank you for the opportunities that Cosmo has given us. And wait, I remember now. And bless the staff, all the staff in Cosmo, and bless all those participants in Cosmo, and bless the staff and participants and everybody else who's in here, in this room. In the name of Jesus, amen.
All right, give it up for Josh one more time. Thank you, Josh. That was fantastic. Now it is time for breakfast, so everyone head on up and get some food, and then we'll get back to business here. All right, well, that was quite the meal. I think we can put our hands together and say thank you for the amazing meal to everyone who helped out with that. Great way to start the day right there. Now, I'd like to ask you to grab a program and look at the back cover or scan this amazing screen behind me, is what it says in my notes. I don't know if I see a thing to scan there, so maybe just stick to the program as these companies have stepped up to support Cosmo's mission and build miracles together. So let's start with the breakfast partners. I'd like to ask everyone at a breakfast partners table to please stand. If you're at a breakfast partners table, please stand. Oh, here. Oh, I saw there was a little stand there. There you go. This is good. We're going to cheer for you. Everybody cheer for these people right here. Let them know how much we appreciate. Here we go. Things like this can't be done without you guys, okay? Now next, I'd like to ask those of you sitting at an opportunity partner table to stand and be recognized. Are you at an opportunity partner table? Oh, there's one. Here we go. Now we're getting it. Now we're moving. Here we go. Thank you very, very much. This is good. Very good. So Cosmo is fondly referred to as the Miracle on 34th Street. And we have two Miracle partners today. We have program partners and family members at Rick and Lori Hopkinson's table with tickets donated for them. And we have GFL Environmental. We also have Northern Blacktop as our corporate sponsor this year. And we have people from those three tables. Please stand so we can appreciate you. There we go. I know it's a little hesitant. It's tough to get up in front of everyone. I have a huge phobia of this as well, believe it or not. So just stand up real quickly. You can sit back down. It's all good. And back at Cosmo, participants are enjoying food and beverages and watching this event thanks to the generosity of our participant partner, Nickel Plumbing and Heating. Could Nickel Plumbing and Heating please stand up? I hear you guys do a pretty good thing with that business. See big things in your futures, possible raises for everyone. We'll see what happens. And again, hello to everybody over at the satellite locations. We're so happy you guys can see this. Auntie Susie, my sweet, beautiful auntie who never yells at anyone ever at any time at Cosmo or Elmwood or anywhere, I'm sure is watching this. So Auntie Susie, I got your 100 messages. I'll get back to you soon. Don't worry. You can tell me all about it. Okay, Miners Construction. Now, Miners Construction has been involved with Cosmo since their founding. With energy and vision, Howie Stensrud marshaled family and friends to create something new. Cosmo thanks Miner Construction for hosting this breakfast. Can I get Miners Construction to stand up and be recognized, please? There you go. Thank you very much. Now, by sponsoring this breakfast, these companies are helping Cosmo to install accessible washrooms. And Giving Tuesday is coming up next week, but there's no need to wait. If you would like to make a tax-deductible donation towards this goal, you can do so by using the QR code in the program and donate using a credit card. Very easy, very simple. Or if you want to go old school and just use cash or a check, you can do so with a donation envelope on your table, which can be dropped off at a box back at the silent auction area over there. So those envelopes will just be on your table, and you can do that. And those watching the live stream, you can make a donation through cosmoindustries.com. I'm not sure. I keep feeling like I'm looking at the camera, but I don't know where the cameras are. There's so much technology here. So you, if you're watching, go donate. That's why we're here, having a lot of fun. All right. At this time, I'd like to call up Cosmo's Executive Director, Charlene Duquette.
I'm a little shorter. Thanks, Gary. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our second annual Howard Stensrud Spirit of Cosmo Breakfast. I would like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory and the homeland of the Métis. We pay our respect to the First Nation and Métis ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. Thanks to so many of you who were here last year and wanted to come back for our second. Those of you here for the first time, I hope you learn a little about Cosmo and can leave with a skip in your step like we as staff get every day when we walk through any location of Cosmo. It really is the best place in the world to work because of the people. And just saying, we are hiring. I highly recommend it. What an event here. But just as exciting and important is the rest of our staff and participants, like Gary had said, are tuning in to view as they too have a breakfast. Thanks to Nickel Plumbing for sponsoring that event. Hello to all of you at our satellite locations. I see all of you at Markham Mall, Arlington, Acadia. I see everyone at Cosmo Center too. I think I even see Toby. They're doing a drive-through Tim's, set up with trolleys and that, so they can have a breakfast and be a part of this as well at all the locations. Josh, I think you're over there. You did an excellent, excellent job. You should be very proud. I certainly am. You're a very strong supporter of our Cans for Cosmo program, not only playing a very active role in delivering this service to our subscribers, you are a staunch supporter of this program to one and all. If you are not yet a subscriber and need a reason to be one, simply see Josh. I attended an event with Josh and learned a few tips. We actually went to the pre-meet of some awards show and we got the special VIP invite and we went and we got complimentary drinks. We were at that quite often, I think, Josh, and we learned, I learned a few steps from Josh on how he can work a room and network. I couldn't keep up with you. Many of our program participants are with us today. Darlene, Madison, Bryce, Sean, and I know others I just have not seen yet. Please give a wave to show that you are here, or those able to wishing to stand, please do so. Thank you for making Cosmo truly the best. Oh, and I see Craig over there too, and Danny. In essence of time, Gary has acknowledged that we have many special guests in our room. I'd like to also acknowledge His Worship Mayor Charlie Clark, who participants love to have come for a visit, Keith Moen, Executive Director, NSBA, Jason Abig, CEO of Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce, management from Community Living Service Delivery, Ministry of Social Services, and many of our Board of Directors also with us today. In addition to those that I just mentioned are each and every one of you who are here. Thank you for starting your day with Cosmo today. I know it was early, but it should be worth it. Cosmo is a staple in our community now for over 50 years. Our community has embraced us in all that we do and supports us in what we are able to do. We are making a difference. We are building a stronger community, and we are building miracles together. And we can't do this alone. In some way, you're connected to Cosmo, family, friends, contractors, funder, business partners, donors. We're all connected with truly the most amazing people you will ever meet, our program participants who have chosen Cosmo. Just one cannot simply describe Cosmo. You really have to come and experience it. Part of this event is to raise funds so that our participants can have accessible space updated to call their own, a space they are proud of as they continue to do some amazing things. Various jobs for local businesses, such as the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce, Sask Energy, Saskatoon Fire Department, 3 farmers, perfecting their horticultural skills, to enhancing their love of music through the Kiwanis Rhythm Band, to creating some amazing art pieces, and so much more. Last year I said we want to know, what are the participants' dreams and goals? What can we do to support them to reach them? What other opportunities and experiences can we provide for all who have chosen Cosmo as their program? Our job is never done, and it won't be. This remains true today. Today we want their day to be better than yesterday, and tomorrow even better than today. Your support has certainly made them have an incredible space that they're proud of. We've had some hurdles. The flood, too many people wanting to come to Cosmo. We were congested, no space, and then we know what all happened in 2020. The steady in all of this was our program participants and their love for Cosmo. This alone is all the motivation I need to do what's next. Perhaps not always to our leadership team. And to some extent, CLSD they're going, oh no, Cosmo's got some more ideas, and usually that's associated with an ask. But I hope it's always hard to say no as we advance services for the right reason for our program participants. We have been told we are a leader in our programs, provincially, even nationally. I get calls from all over Canada. This is great that we are seen as leaders, but I care about our participants, who are the heart of Cosmo. What we do is for them, and you being here today is helping us do that. We can't do this without an amazing staff team, who really are the heartbeat of Cosmo. At this time, we would like to show you a video of what support from last year was able to do and what's next.
I'm John Gormley. You might not realize it, but you may just have changed someone's life. This is a local story about adults with intellectual and related disabilities at Cosmo Industries in Saskatoon, often called the Miracle on 34th Street. Come with us into Warren's world and learn that recycling goes well beyond saving the environment.
Hey, that's me. I would love to talk about Cosmopolitan Industries. I just call it Cosmo. Cosmo is very special because it helps people like me.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star? Somebody thought of that and someone believed it. But look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell, we know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep, and have you heard voices? Yes, I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La-di-da-dee-dee-da-da, la-di-da, la-di-da-do. Thank you.
As you can see, we've been busy for a few years. Redesigned our space because of the flood, increased accessibility by putting in an elevator, expanded to now 3 satellites, doubt we'll stop at 3, renovated 1 set of washrooms, we have many, renovated our business services area, and now more washrooms to reno, and then our greens for accessible and welcoming green space. 1 day at a time, 1 step at a time, $1 at a time, as we continue building miracles. A former executive director, actually with us today, Kay Fay, referred to Cosmo as the miracle on 34th Street, and I would like to add to this a hidden gem. No 2 days are ever alike, but each day produces memorable Cosmo smiles. Your support, the support of our community, the support of community living service delivery, social services, we have made some incredible differences, and our work is not done. Nothing stops Cosmo, just like nothing stopped the founders and dedicated parents such as Howie Stensrud or Al Anderson, who we honor today. Drive, focus, commitment, caring, passionate, resilience, persistence, and good old hard work are just a few words that easily come to mind. Our most prestigious award that we hand out annually is our Howard Stensrud Spirit of Cosmo Award. The award is intended to promote the vision and spirit of those who founded Cosmo. It is presented in recognition of people who've made a huge difference in the lives of adults with intellectual disabilities. Howie's knowledge of the organization and his memory of past events was simply amazing. Howie was involved on our board of directors right up to the day of his passing. He was an inspiration to all and a pillar of strength. His passion for Cosmo was always evident, and he always had this organization on the top of his mind in everything he did. The award is an individually formed work of art crafted in the image of an angelic spirit. Al Hebert, the artist, and his wife Joan are with us today. When looked at closely, you'll find unique gifts within, as the raised wings depicts a joyful expression of triumph over adversity. When you think of these characteristics, it's hard to think of anyone who's done more in this area and with as much passion as Howie, and that's why this award is in his honor. The recognition plaque is displayed in our main participant entrance to highlight the award and the past recipients, and we hope it inspires others to get involved in organizations such as ours, which is what Howie would have wanted. If Howie was here today, I think he might say to all of you, can you each just bring 1 more person next year to this event? Or what if each table brought in 1 more sponsor? What a difference that would make. I would now like to ask Mike Stensrud to come forward and present the Howard Stensrud Spirit of Cosmo Award.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Your Worship. You're a rock star when you go into Cosmo Industries, so it's so nice to see you here. I've known Al Anderson and have had the privilege of same for so long that I think it was first appropriate and certainly expected in my short pants to address him as Mr. Anderson. Al and Joan met my parents, Howie and Rita, in the late 60s. They were brought together in common cause, as both the Andersons and the Stensruds shared the joy, certainly the burden, and the responsibilities of a special needs child. Al met that responsibility, as all great men and women do, by hoisting the responsibility onto his broad shoulders and marching up the hill to create some of Canada's best residential and vocational services for the intellectually disabled. Their ideas, their concepts, spread all over the world. And if you think you can't change the world from Saskatoon, you're wrong. At Cosmo, I'll recognize that with the right support, intellectually disabled people working together, hand in hand, could achieve much. And it was Al's business acumen that created the genesis for Cosmo Golf Canada. It was Al that brought the concept and the opportunity to Cosmo Industries to design, manufacture, and assemble golf clubs here in Saskatoon. At one point in time, Cosmo Golf Canada was the second largest manufacturer of golf clubs in North America. It was truly an amazing achievement. No matter what the need, Mr. Anderson always answers Cosmo's call. So, simply put, Al Anderson is one of our heroes. A very nice reporter asked me, why now? Why is Al being honored this year? Well, the fact is, the selection is done by a committee, and you know what committees are like. So, probably no one nominated Al the first year for whatever fate or luck that would have been, but Al probably should have been the first recipient of this award because he and Howie were such an amazing team. I think at one point in time, Al said to me, Howie would set him up and I'd get there and knock him over. So, on behalf of the Board of Directors of Cosmo Industries, we are honored to present the 2022 Spirit of Cosmo Award to one of the classiest men this town has ever produced, Mr. Al Anderson. Come on up, Al.
Sit there for a second. I go, man.
Nice to see you. This is very special to us.
Oh, man. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. I take this and accept this. It's such a thrill to accept this award, simply because Howard Stensrud and I are not similar people. When Joan and I first met Howard and Rita, we were at a meeting of the John Dolan School, which I'm sure many of you know. We were at a meeting there as parents of having a child that needed special needs care. And we went to that meeting hoping that we might find an answer or two. At the meeting, same meeting, were Howard and Rita. And they were there for the same reason. But that, while it sounds kind of corny that it was set up, actually just happened that way. And we met them for the first time under that setting. And Rita said, why don't you come to our home and have coffee? Joan and I went to their home, and we started to talk. And we talked, and we talked, and we talked. And the more we can talk, the more we convinced ourselves that we were of the same cloth and the same cloth, and that we started to see things together. We were really a good fit that lasted a lifetime. We were a good fit that lasted a lifetime and opened a lot of doors. I think accepting this award today in great humility and great excitement and great thanks for having had the opportunity to work with Howard over all those years. Thank you for this, and God bless all of you who have played a role in the life and the legend of Cosmopolitan Industries. Thank you so very, very much. I want to say one more thing to you. I want to say that we were a good fit, despite our differences as we went through life. We had our differences, and it was our differences that made us strong, I think, as we went through all of it. We were a good fit, I'll tell you, and it lasted a lifetime. Thanks to Howard, thanks to Rita, thanks to the family, thanks to all of you. It has been a slice. Thank you. I take this. Hallelujah.
One more time, give it up. Al Anderson, my man. Beautiful. You know, as a guy who's grown up in this city my entire life, one of the earliest memories, going to Al's, getting the hockey equipment, getting the skates. I remember when the first, the air thing came in that would form-fit your skates. We were so excited, like, the family, you know what I'm talking about. These came in, and it was like the coolest thing ever. You'd walk in the Bobcats locker room, and they were like, oh my God, you got the form-fit, that's amazing. It's like, yeah, just at Al Anderson's, no big deal. So, you know, I just thank you again to you guys from our family and from everyone. It's awesome, and we really appreciate all that you've done. So, again, thank you, everyone, for coming and helping Cosmo celebrate today. For all of the assistance you've given in the past, and for being there for Cosmo in the future. Congratulations to the Howard Stensrud Spirit of Cosmo Award recipient again, Al Anderson. I love mornings like this, you know. It's a great way to start the day. Normally I wake up about an hour or two from now, so this is it's tough to get going, but I feel like I'm ready to take on the day. And the same thing happened last year, so next year as well, I'm looking very forward to the one day a year where really fired up for the entire day. It's going to be great. We hope you enjoyed the event as well. Cosmo will be in contact with everyone who has supplied an email address to get your feedback on today's event and how to improve it going forward. So that's important stuff. Make sure you let us know. And please take the time to give us your input. Now, if you want to get in on the fun of putting on this breakfast together and help plan this event for next year, let Cosmo know as well, as helping hands are always appreciated, like Charlene said, you know, and like Howie would say, you know, you can always do a little more, a little bit more if you want. The silent auction is now closed, so make sure to pick up your items on the way out that you have won, which is always good. And you should get a notification if you've won your bid. And as well, the 50-50 has been officially closed, and we will be texting the winner. You should get something popping up on your phone right away, and you can take that money home with you as you go on with your day. And just like that, we've done another one, the second annual Spirit of Cosmo Awards breakfast complete. Thank you to everybody again for helping out and showing up today. And we always say you did a really, really good thing today just by being here, so be sure to pass that forward, and we'll keep moving that forward until we make this world a better place. Thank you again, and we'll see you all next year.